but I feel like Victor and Jace kind of want to stand back a little bit.
I mean, it's probably going to be Tank Jace and he wants to go in, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, the Maokai! Something we weren't really thinking of. And now they're still flexing, theoretically. And so maybe we're starting to figure out how Red side is going to work, and at least in the side of the Gen G camp, that's looking to be quite comfortable. However, T1, very T1 draft, and something that they could certainly pilot to success, especially with Keria on such a game-breaking champion in this Poppy. Let's jump into the Rift for game number 1 of T1 versus Gen G.
All champions, like, very hard to provide counter pressure as a Poppy level 1.
Oh, popcorn chicken value here from Keria.
And you end up just being able to reset the aggro. It is also, by the way, lethal tempo, so the on-hit Varus, who are going to have that extra magic damage and not the poke, and now Keria.
Oh dear. Well, Oner is going to turn up in time as Canyon a little bit out of time there with the Twisted Advance. Gonna have to flash actually to get out of danger, unless he just straight up dies here.
He's a level and a half up, that's massive. They are looking to dive now.
Yep, Oner going to move in. Let's see what Keen can do. He's staying away from the walls, which is very important. Still, he's just dead. Keria might be going down, but no, Oner picks up the aggro. And so first blood swap back is actually so beneficial for Gen G because they have then the very clear extra power. You can even see it
Look
in
at the
amount of
difference.
squares. Yeah, exactly. So looking forward to seeing what he's going to be able to do in the mid to late game.
I think it makes a lot of sense. A lot of ability to cut through some of these bulkier targets. You know everyone on the enemy team.
Chains of Corruption gets the cleanse. And that is a really nice cocoon. Keria taking a lot of damage. Lit on fire now as Duro's chasing after him. The burn, the repel is so good. As Cease and Desist comes down, Duro gonna have to flash over the wall and he will get himself out. Killer Instinct comes down and Canyon was lying in wait. He has to flash out, but Smash should be able to keep himself okay. But Oner is now in trouble. He's flashing over some walls. Everyone to gain extra tempo with the extra damage. As Oner is gonna get caught by another cocoon. Duro's kind of all over the place. As he actually buys some health there, eating the Ignite with his passive shield. Kind of cute. But Gen G still will be able to have full control over this Grub Pit. That should be 6 going their way.
Towards the river, there's vision control completely in favor of T1.
Oh, Vault Breaker doesn't connect, but there's the Cease and Desist onto Duro, but he goes up into the sky. There's the Keeper's Vertigo. That gets rid of Ruler, and that means that silly. He's played 182 games competitively. From the stats that I've found here is Duro is dead. In the sky, actually, as now Faker could be suffering the same fate. Chovy moves over, lands that Q as a Chaos Storm. I don't think going to be enough to deter them. Great flash, as the flash is invested there from Chovy as well. Rebinds the soul, gets out just fine.
He's just a chill guy.
He is a chill guy, 100%. All right, and right now he's chilling, losing this feat of strength towards the bottom side. There is nothing he can really do about that, especially with the 0 mana, as Chovy will get a knock-up onto Oner. The ulti going to be missing here as, oh dear! Don't know about that one. They do secure the Rift Herald, but that is a dead Elise once again. Flash forward, Chains of Corruption down, as, oh dear, Smash gonna have to use the ulti and the flash to get himself out of there. Keeper's Verdict gonna be channeled, but Keria not going to use it, and Smash gets out.
Chovy not had the best performance, honestly, missing a fair few off those skills. Not the typical thing we see. Hits one there, though.
Yep, gonna be able to land that Q as Keen's moving up. Keria trying to defend his mid laner. Faker down extraordinarily low. Alcove gaming to come in as the flash goes forward from Keen, goes all out, and Faker is surviving. Phenomenal knockback there from Keria, and Keen goes down. The unkillable Demon King himself.
He's been clean with it. Keen making a mistake there on the Keen Santa, not with the planet. Chovy's looking though. I think he has the kill.
There's a great knock-up, able to secure it with the Unbound Soul return damage.
You know, maybe that's it.
It's a game of just 1-for-1s all over the place. I mean, it's probably not saying it at the top of your screen right there, as the 6-3 is putting it in favor of T1, but it feels like these trades are so even.
Yeah, and they're going to see Dragon on the bot side coming out. We see Chovy doing a fair bit to Doran, bursting out over here.
천천히 맞아. 윤혜 노공이.
Faker called the cover.
나 별로 안 좋아.
Yeah, he says, I don't like it, not good, not good.
이거 나 피했어 일단.
I dodged.
탈만하다 이거. 살았다.
I think I live.
He literally said, call an ambulance.
Yeah.
But not for me.
Yeah, that's what he said. Direct translation there from Ox. I have confirmation from G-Sun that is 100% untrue, but it would be more fun if it was true.
That's the vibe he was giving off, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Canyon pretty impressed by Chovy there as well. And Canyon said, yep, this is huge.
But also gone the Mikhails, which has a lot of value, but this is a squishy Poppy, and Chovy is 6 levels up. Oh,
well, there's the knock-up onto Doran. He can rebind that soul, but I don't know whether he can do it in time. He just explodes. And now teleport coming in from Gen G, but they're 4 versus 5.
He has TP, so the longer they stall, the better.
Yep, Grasping Root's going to be invested here as Keeper's Verdict coming down as well. Gets rid of Keen, and now Canyon going to have to try and push them away. He's relatively tanky, but maybe not tanky enough as Ruler standing his ground. The Chaos Storm is so much damage, and Smash dives in. Canyon trying to survive, but it's 2 kills for the Kai'Sa already, and the heroic charge into the turret. Keen goes down, triple kill for this Kai'Sa, and Smash, yeah, I mean, he was down in CS, that doesn't matter even a little bit. 1.6k ahead.
It's honestly the bigger mistake. Oh, he's looking for Smash.
Yeah, well, Smash
Is Smash.
is Smash. He's actually going to be fine. Oh my god, okay. Well, he's going to be sent home. 200 gold going over to Chovy with the buffed Otacon.
He won't have the buff. This is dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Doran over here to the side, Carrier close to him as well, and Doran just dives in the engaged Jace. There's a Chaos Storm wreaking havoc, and Ruler is dead already. 2 of them sent home, but no one dead just yet. Chovy gonna be executed by this gigantic Kai'Sa. King'Sante, not enough against Smash, and Dura gonna have to flash to get out of the way. Ona chasing after him. As Faker, will he be able to land it? There it is, just a Q. Of course he can land that. That one's targeted. And Canyon running for the hills. Doran just going to make sure that he cannot contest this dragon, and maybe he'll just kill him as well. The last man standing on the side of Gen G, and that could be a clean ace if they killed him. They don't even need to, though.
It results in him going down. And then Smash here.
Yeah. Smash going out, kill unit.
And then also outplaying the King'Sante here as well. Great flash at the end.
Oh, man.
So clean. So clean, honestly. We're just going to head straight to Baron. We'll take that. Canyon has no flash. Is there with the smite.
All right, Canyon.
He's not there with the smite anymore.
He's not there with the smite. The smite is no longer an available thing. 2,000 health, T1 just being slow with it, as that piercing arrow not like the others.
Or the Jace. They're in range to hit you, and that goes a lot better for them.
Well, Chovy could be in trouble here as he does dash back, avoids the Vault Breaker very nicely, gets a knock up onto Ona, but they're just going to continue the siege, and they may as well. Brambles coming on in. And it is going to lock down Ona. He gets Mikhail's there immediately as the ulti's going to catch out Carrier. So he's likely to go down. But Canyon finds himself pretty lonely at the front of this fight. Keen going to try and tank for him as Twisted Advance does bring the Jace forward, but he's not a target that you really want to be fighting. They need to try and kill Smash, who dives into the backline and looks for Ruler. He goes golden. Duro is so close to being okay, but Chovy's out of there. Cannot fight anymore. A 3 for 3. Honestly good for Gen G, but they're not going to be able to keep their base alive.
They just can't take down Smash. Faker gets a Mega Arcane Storm as well. 5-1-9 now in the victor, and Chovy.
Let's see whether there is going to be a fight for this dragon or whether Gen G will cut their losses and just fight for the Baron, which I think is the more immediate threat right now. Ruler
The way it's tagged there, I was thinking, is he going?
Yeah, I know. Jonah Strong really making sure that we're on our toes here as, all right, not a lot of wind up there from Carrier, but just says goodbye, King'Sante. Down goes Chovy once again. Ruler trying to do his best here as they manage to take down Doran. He flashes over, but now he's out of the fight. Keen just trying to keep himself alive. And yeah, he goes all out, locks onto Smash here as best he can, but just pops like a balloon. Good night, Gen G. All of them taking a little bit of a nap
Still have
here.
so much threat. Carry has flash. If Ruler miss positions, you can just get wall slammed.
Yeah, he has to make sure he stands as far back as possible. Gravity Well goes down. Carrier just trying to grab him. There's the flash heroic charge. That was gorgeous by Carrier. His Poppy clean as ever. And down goes the Nexus. But 13-0 for the young man Smash.
라인 기다려야 돼 우리.
앨리스도 노플이야.
나 태어나면 태어. 나 누구 있을게. 이거 바로 소프야? 확인.
아 앨리스 조냐가 있어. 다 없어 얘네 스펠.
바르스만 막 하면 돼.
얘 노스펠이야.
해반데?
끝내자.
그냥 썰 바로 걸자.
앨리스 좋냐다.
아
타겟
조냐. 뭐라 했어? 파워치경. 야 이거 봐. 와.
나이스 형님들.
나이스.
다음판 잘합시다. 나이스요.
Really impressive stuff. Looking at Faker, massive amounts of damage, and for me, he's probably front runner for POM because every time we saw Faker on screen, he looked fully locked in.
Yeah.
Like avoiding everything he possibly could. Making Sion. I feel like Sion is a very Doran champion, but it was Zeus' tank. Like that is the tank that Zeus played. So it feels very T1. This particular draft. Even if it is Smash and Doran playing and not their World Championship roster from last year, I think still feels the same way. All right, so that's going to give Gen G a little bit of extra power moving into this game, and they're going to need it against what T1 have put together for this one. Right now, looking at me like a bit of a 2-0, but we'll see whether Gen G can find their footing here in game number 2.
Thorin is helping Owner to start clearing the jungle, but it ends up being matched lanes in the bot lane with Leona Ezreal into the Zyra Khan, which, I mean, that 2v2 part is fine. Not sure if T1 were trying to maybe see if Gen G were going to match the swap. They could end up going for like a 4-man dive bot. I've seen this before where the Sion tanks and the Sion dies, and then his passive helps with the dive.
Teleport is immediately going to be invested by Keen. T1 still looking for it, though. It's going to be a 4 versus 3. Is the knockup going to be interrupted? Doran already tanking, but he's okay with doing that. They take first blood, and now Keen trying to get what he can done. Keria still chasing after Keen. Duro left on his own underneath this turret. The rest of T1 holding on to the minion wave. And if Duro's picking up these minions, it still feels pretty good here for T1 as Canyon moving into the enemy jungle, trying to make the most of a bad situation.
You see, great hold of the wave.
Oh no, he's in his own jungle, never mind. Feels like the enemy jungle with what they've been doing. As alright, Ruler running on over. They do have information as there's the flash. Just doesn't really get much done. Grand Entrance going to still knock up Keria, who has to flash away. No turret ramp available.
It's crazy just that the chains don't hit, they connect with the minions there, and still Chobi's doing so much damage. Again, Faker answers back. But the problem is if you keep trading in this way where like Chobi gets a good trade, then you reduce his health to about the same.
Doing it to Faker, although he wasn't playing this champion, is Duro. That is not where you want to be standing. That's said Pigeon picking up a kill as well.
You know, it kind of feels like the plot of the series from Duro's perspective is he's just being picked on.
And you still get to queue afterwards.
Still get to queue afterwards.
It's like so much.
Same duration.
All right, Emperor's Divide all over the place. Is now Chovy looking to try and make his way out of underneath the turret. Keria turns up. Duro's here as well. That might give Chovy the opportunity to get in there. Faker once again has to flash. And that is going to be a successful gank there from Duro onto Chovy's lane. Nicely done. No Emperor's Divides left, as we can see in that mid lane.
Time on the edge. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, Duro able to actually get out of it this time, but could be a little bit of an opportunity as the quickness does come down. Big cooldown invested here by Duro, but keeps himself alive this time.
I think stop it. Keria fishing a bit with that ult, but doesn't find it now.
Yep, so Chovy, actually going to get a stop onto Keria's recall. Duro in position as well as now Keen moving over Keria. I think he knows that he's not going to stand too much of a chance here as the ulti is going to be invested in Keen. Going to pay a visit to the Leona. It takes a little bit of time, but he gets there in the end. As now Faker with no flash, having to deal with Chovy. There's no ulti there as well. All he can do is try and shift some sands, but these sand soldiers are doing so much work. The chain lash not going to connect, and finally some buttons come off cooldown.
Because Riot on nerfing Cloud Soul,
they
they said it's the strongest one. It's the highest win rate.
That's what I'm talking about. As, yep, Chovy just finds the Leona here.
잡았어.
And now he says he's dead. And he gives the kill over to Keen.
미드 좀 싸운다 이거.
He's like, I'm going to go kill mid lane. And in he goes.
이거 미드 좀 붙어줘.
Cover me please is what he's saying. Everyone's coming on over. And you can see the Kingslayer coming back off. And there it is. Lands chains, lands W. All good. Cool, calm, and collected, and an Emperor's Divide. Going to get rid of him once again as the ulti comes down from Chovy. Faker going down so low. The double guards looking real crazy there as Ona does manage to take down Chovy in the end. Canyon trying to fight this one out as the train. That was not really the station he wanted. Duro going to try and get a knock up here, and Doran is pretty heavy, but he's not going to do a whole lot of damage. And in the meantime, Keen's still top lane. Oh dear. I think the Smash show is now starting as Featherstorm going to come down. We'll see if this Blade Caller can actually do anything at all. And in fact, it does a whole lot. True Shot Barrage gets the flash that Ruler still had somehow. And now Smash walking into the wall. He is very, very low. Duro goes in looking for Doran, but he's very tanky. Battle Dance will get himself out. The Q just barely misses. Needs a few more ergs on charge. And then you're like, oh, I guess I press E now.
Yeah.
And then he can't do anything. He can't even get out. I mean,
look what he's doing.
He gets done.
The thing is,
this is back to live. And okay, ulti coming on down there as Canyon is going lower and lower. The Azir certainly takes care of him. And so Canyon maybe not as immortal as we thought. As Emperor's Divide going to connect. Faker thrown back towards Ruler is now Chovy. 1 versus 3. Great knock up there from Duro as the Emperor's Divide almost manages to get this one done. But oh my God, Smash able to get out the DPS and they win the fight.
Yeah, I think Canyon heard what I said. And,
Oh dear, that one landed. As now Ruler, does he have the blade caller? The answer's almost, as Smash manages to get the auto and keeps himself alive. I thought that was the Smash Map movie once
yeah,
again.
Gen.G was strong, and I think they got far too ahead of themselves in that situation.
Well, that means 6-all as far as the kills are concerned. As Keen, this is a bit of a worry. I don't know about that solar flare. That was not really the one. As Faker is going to take a trip out of this one. Duro will be able to deter the rest of T1. But now, with this Rift Herald making a visit to mid lane, that could be just double charges. I don't know what Sion's supposed to be able to do about
You
it.
can do that, where you can proc like Cloud Soul with like the initial cast.
Yeah, multiple ways is okay. Blast Cone taken by both Chovy and Ona, as they're challenging each other, as you can see here, because Chovy has stolen away that Crescent Guard. Just picking up some Blood Roses.
Yeah,
Or
we're
some
kind of
Bloody Roses.
where he just doesn't really do damage to Doran anymore.
And Doran doesn't deal damage to Keen, really, and they've both just got grasp stacks all over the place. Keen with a whole bunch
Doing a little
more
bit now. Oh, and then
Oh,
the
look at that
shield.
Soul Furnace shield.
So big.
The lane was so interactive, and now
Okay.
he's actually down to 50%. This
The
is
Andrew
kind of
style?
getting real.
The Andrew
And there's no
stacked?
turret. Does he have to turn into a train? That would be so sad if he had to turn into a train against just a bunny rabbit. There's the Q. That's going to try and buy him some space. But look at this. Continuing to walk. Oh, man. Took a while. He flashed and ulted to get out of that.
Okay, so we've learned if Doran is there for like 25 seconds, then yes,
Yeah.
kill him.
Well, Duro also could just be dead as another Mystic Shot going to go wide. Yeah.
You're kind of hesitant because you're like, I don't know if I want this to land. Oh, Ruler, this is so
Whoa,
aggressive.
what's he doing here? This is crazy. Well, Keen is going to find the angle. Ruler gets out of there. Carrier stunned up momentarily as Empress Divide throws Ruler away. He survives for a fair while. In fact, he's still alive. Ona gets over there, finishes the job. But honestly, why? Why was he there? The counter-strike was decent. Carrier going down solo. It's Duro that's able to lock him down. But now Chovy is missing. It's only Keen left for the damage, and Smash is up and available. And so now all of them are taking so much damage from Ona. Keen has to sacrifice himself. There's nothing he could do. And why, Ruler? That wasn't even the Ruler spot. He was even deeper.
I have no answers to the question. Just completely out of position. Smash at the end, playing very respectfully.
Duro is out of there. I was
So
about
watch
to
out for
say
Trusha
dead.
Barrage?
I'm going to be honest. I was going to say dead. It's Trusha Barrage searching for it. Thanks, Jonah Strong. Oh, fan reaction.
Oh, the
and
dodge comes through.
really out of position, I guess you could say. As Ruler, standing his ground here in this mid lane, does have that Bloodthirster as the cleanse comes down. The train gonna get the ulti out, at least, so that button not gonna be there. Faker looking for the angle where he can. But Doran tanking up for not a lot of value, and Keen keeping them all into position. I think Gen.G should just take the win. Back away as Doran will need to re-up that health bar. No flash now for the next engage.
But honestly, I think this could be...
Oh, Carrier.
Yeah. They need to get Doran reset. They need to TP him back. The question is, can they punish Ruler? He's now got no ult, no cleanse. If they can capitalize on that, it could be big.
Well, immediate CC onto Doran as he does come back. There's so much mobility on this Gen.G roster. It's hard to hold them in place here for T1. And these T1 health bars are getting lower and lower. Flash in from Carrier, doesn't find any joy. And the train misses the station. The knockup is going to interrupt the Q as well. It's a bit of a disaster as Duro gets the quickness, finds the double knockup. And they will be able to take the soul point as well. Chovy finding some dash cannon value is now Keen dashing forward. Ona taken down solo as Canyon darting in and out of the fight. They lose no one. Doran goes down, they get the soul. And the value's there for Gen.G.
Harder to connect.
Oh.
Fishing.
Yeah, he wants to find that huge Empress Divide angle. He finds it onto two. Down goes Carrier, down goes Ona. And that should be a ticket to Baron here for Gen.G. Or he's going to be alive again. True Shot Barrage. That was close. Does get information as well there for Smash, so nicely done. Man, that was so exceedingly close.
He
Yeah.
just runs so fast. You can
Oh,
see in
여기
the bottom of the
미드에
screen like
나오는데?
500
이거 보면 안
movement
되나?
speed.
Yeah.
Normally.
It's absolutely
강제력
absurd.
있는데 여기?
Yeah, Cosmic Drive as well.
Yep. Empress Divide, and he just walked at them. He's like, yeah, they're pushed up too far. Let's kill them. Icon buff. They've got Cloud Soul. They have upgraded shoes. They have 6 grubs. They've got everything. as Keen is demonstrating what they're able to do with that, which is basically whatever they want. Crescent Guard not guarding too much of anything at all, as Duro's going to take a quick trip home. Emperor's Divide throws Chovy underneath the turret as Canyon dives in. They take down Faker before he can react as Chovy's flash on top of Smash will be able to take him down. And remember, he cannot even die. Blade Caller value. And we are going to 3 games. We're getting exactly what we wanted out of Gen G versus T1 here in the LCK Cup. 1 Nexus turret remains. They've got Otacon buff, but they will not even need to really utilize it because the Nexus is just dead. And thankfully, Gen G are able to buy us a 3rd game and more of this amazing League of Legends.
풀공작 해도 돼, 민규야.
레오나 쏘는 거.
레오나 숨었어요. 이거 뒤쪽.
레오나 의미 없어.
나 이거 타워 칠 때 이번에 공 한번 쓸게. 이거.
나 약간 풀공작에 아지르 연계돼. 나 레오나 공으로.
방은 이거 아지르
짜오부터.
우리도 사이언스.
짜오.
우리 사용됩니다.
빨리지 마.
나 아지르 볼게.
타워 넘어.
아지르 누구?
아지르 높여. 아지르 잡아. 타워 빼면서 볼게. 빼면서. 타워 칠수록 타워.
터치면 끝났어.
끝났어. 애초에 끝났어.
어우 잘 싸운다 형들. 이거 미니언 멀다. 미니언 멀어.
뭐냐 아까
뭐야, 민영 어디 갔어?
미니언 멀어.
저 지금 가는 중. 온다. 민영 왔어.
아얘 죽어 있는 거구나.
But now we have to remind everyone, those tiebreaker scenarios that we were talking about, keep in your mind, was it 55 or was it 35? It was a very specific 18-minute number. If T1 wins at that much, yeah, so 18 minutes and 35 seconds. If it's exactly that, then it's a tiebreaker. Udyr makes me feel no happiness at all.
Guys, this isn't why we wanted Fearless. Oh, it was a mistake. Undo.
Oh dear. Well, Zeri going to be locked in. Zeri Lulu, absolutely gorgeous. That feels like they just moved their rook into like the most unseen place, and that's checkmate. It wasn't actually that unseen. It was kind of walked into, and why not just lock the Lulu instead? Milio, a consideration here is Duro thinking about the Thresh.
Yeah, I kind of hate Genji's
Yeah.
position.
I liked it until these last 2, where it's like they moved to the edge of the cliff and they were teetering, and then they just said, we're going to send it, and launched themselves off. And so let's see whether Gen G can make this composition that we don't really enjoy that much work, or whether it's going to be T1 with this Galio Rumble that works out for them. Time to jump into the Rift for game 3. Towards the top side, but right now they are moving bot lane. Ward is pinged, but I don't know whether was he actually out of vision. I think he might have been. As Canyon moves on over here, Owner will be able to secure his popcorn chickens. Couple of them taken there from Canyon as level 2 is gained.
Canyon smited and Owner got it. I think Keen is kind of okay.
Well, Hook is going to connect max range there, and the playback gets a flash out from Doran.
Yeah,
Those Flame Chompers, great position.
Unfortunately, Canyon's on the top side and is behind a bit.
Fear, man.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Exceptionally played. As, oh dear, Canyon's woes continue here. As Tempest going to come out there, not able to cripple Keria, as Keen's going to move on over to defend his Lee Sin. He's just going to die. All right, Smite comes down as Keria could be in trouble. Canyon going to have to flash away as Keria flashes to get the kill. He should be going down for it, but Keen might be sacrificing his life. Ghost not enough, and that's a kill to Smash.
Killing the enemy jungler. Killing.
And Ruler is going to be able to grab a kill himself. Duro somehow surviving the turret there, very nicely done. Misses a cannon, but I guess the -1s feel a little bit more muted.
Yeah, so just as everything is going right for T1, this is 4 people, this is going to happen.
Yeah, Keen not feeling super good as the extended beam comes on through. It takes a little while there as Keria tanks the turret really nicely.
Right, one grub, got to take it and be happy.
Yep, bit of a speed up there as well as Canyon. Oh, just gets in there once again. Owner is going to smite it away. That's with Resonating Strike as well, as now Doran's coming down, and Canyon, I don't know whether he's getting out of this one, and by I don't know, I mean he's definitely not.
Oh, seen Owner on a flank here.
Yeah, Chovy does get a bit of a fear, but doesn't want to get taunted. Canyon blocked there by the Warrior Trickster as Keria getting taken down low, but Smash throws down the ulti. Duro in so much trouble, and Ruler throwing what autos he can, dodging a lot of these burst fights with a flash forward. The barrier, the hook goes wide, and down goes the Jinx. And there's no chance. That's the double, and Smash. Oh man, if he wasn't certified before.
And they pay for it dearly.
Yeah, we're gonna have a look at this one more time, and look at that lantern placement as well. I mean, Duro hits the hook, and they go in, and then Smash just in melee range, able to get so much value.
Yeah, the level up comes through. Great flash in there from Carry, gets extra damage. Good dodge there from Smash. Dodged both those critical skill shots. He was so low.
And he was out of vision as well, but they swept it at exactly the right time. Carrier gives him just the information. As Owner is going to come on over, it's likely a 3v3.
I think you always have to be very cautious into it.
Oh, there's the kick flash. The box goes down as Smash once again with the ulti. See whether the Gatling gun's enough, and it absolutely is. Shutdown goes to the Jinx.
Yeah, so bringing it back a little bit. We'll see the kick coming out here.
한번 볼게요.
And yeah, it's a beautiful waterfall kick. I think he just ulted to try
So close to the interruption,
잠깐만,
actually, I think.
Yeah.
But of course, Flash makes it so hard.
Go for dive if Thorin sticks around.
Well, Canyon going to move on down here. Does have that kick back up. That gets the mini stun. That is going to be Flame Chompers. And my goodness, that is a very dead Rumble. Canyon almost dies, but doesn't quite. Zeri, like, as far as main characters are concerned, she is the champion. As Heal actually going to come out from Carry in response to the hook. Good one there from Duro.
I think my big concern for Gen G, Mad movie, but that was ultimately him getting a kick later in the fight. Getting that first initial kill and setting up Ruler, going to be a tough task, I feel.
Doran's taking damage once again. Owner is just better at smiting as the playback is really good. Flash out just to make sure that Smash doesn't get the value. Immediate cleanse. And Heroic Entrance was immediately also interrupted.
It's not going to make that much of a difference.
Canyon going in onto Owner. They do manage to get the Cyclone as, oh, Carrier could be in trouble. King comes over, yeah, he's just dead. No Wild Growth is going to help him there, and it's actually Chovy that gets the kill. Ruler getting excited, Zap going wide. And Gen G with control of the fight for now. Oh, another hook connecting! Duro, main character in this one. And there's the Spiraling Despair. It's another kill for Smash as the Udyr goes down. And Canyon, I think he'll win the Smite fight on this one.
Yeah. Consistently, it's what you love to see, but I feel like it just hasn't been a thing for such a long time. It's so difficult to find picks on the back of Thresh because, you know, his Q is such a long wind-up. It's quite telegraphed.
So we're going to go back into live here as another hook is going to connect. That's another kill for Ruler.
Galio ults on you. He's not going to come down for a while. Owner in trouble.
Oh, that Warrior Trickster just paid for itself in gold. As Rift Herald goes down, there's the flash hook. Not going to connect, but Doran had to flash to get out of the way of it. Spiraling Despair now on cooldown. Not doing a massive amount of damage as Shelly, I don't think she's going to survive for the charge. Never mind. Going to successfully manage to get a bunch of damage on
It's going to be painful.
Not to mention if Faker gets it, and then he has that extra shield, and he's that big front line that they need. As Keen just going to walk in here. He can do that. He is a Udyr. See how he's going to go as Warrior Trickster. Does mean that it's just the clone as every hook is scary.
Rushes and just kind of...
Don't do a Canyon. Oh, he gets the smite.
Redemption.
Oh, I'm nervous. I'm anxious. But let's see what T1's going to be able to do about it. Faker, Heroic Entrance up and available as they back away from the Otacon. And just look to lock this one down. Cyclone not getting the most value ever as they dive on top of Ruler, smashing that backline. Ruler survives for a while. Smash as well is just diving on top of Chovy. Takes down both of the carries. And Keen gets one, but it is all over for this fight. T1 matters into their own hands, and Smash comes in clutch. I actually didn't think that the Cyclone was going to be what they required, right? You saw that flash come out as Ruler avoids a lot of the CC, but Smash knew exactly who he needed to kill. And he's like, this is good, keep going. Takes down both of the damage dealers, and then the fight is just over.
Interestingly enough, even though the initial ult... That's exactly what.
You can see the stress relief. Yeah. Pseudo do have an engaged support, I guess, as Canyon was fishing for an opportunity there. As another Cyclone comes down, remember, Otacon buff means that they're just going to be sent home. Not too much more to worry about. Oh my goodness, they're kind of in the blender though. As one of them does go home, I'm pretty sure, no, never mind. No Otacon buffs actually going off, and that is just a kill onto Keen.
The redemption value must... Oh, he's looking.
Yeah, Faker manages to get the Justice Punch onto Chovy, who takes the Lantern to get himself to relative safety. Zap connects on to Smash, as Canyon has to flash to get out of this equalizer that is shredding them. Doran just wanting to put them in the barbecue, and they're diving underneath the inner. They're all going to be taking a swift trip home, but it's a double for the Zeri. Yes, they can, but I just feel like the Udyr is kind of past his use-by date as far as being that frontline. He kind of melts if Smash even pays any attention to it. And there's the equalizer just to bully them away from this inner turret. Hook connects onto Faker, but Faker able to tank for quite some time. With that movement speed as well, the fear even gets him out of dodge. Yeah. Unless Duro finds an exceptional play out of like some dance through a wall that Smash is able to accomplish. But that is so difficult to replicate.
It's like,
Oh, I knew he was coming as Ona gets in there with the Cyclone right on top of Chovy as he takes the Lantern out. Keen tanking exactly like he wants to as he dives into the backline. Smash trying to replicate the play once again, and Chovy is so close to dead. Ruler is surviving this time, but Smash is getting underneath the enemy turret.
they managed to mitigate it, and now you're lacking those engage tools that you need. So Gen G finally back a little bit in the driver's seat. They're going to start at the Baron. They want to make something happen.
Well, they do have some tools. Smash without the ultimate for now, as Chovy does have that health bar back, but taking damage from Baron can be dangerous here, as Canyon as well struggling to tank it effectively. Duro finds his way back in. Speaking of in, Ona gets on forward. Lantern Ride going to be taken out there from Canyon, who is now looking a bit worse for wear. And the Baron loses interest in the fight. Wukong is so dangerous, as Chovy off to the side here. He's going to miss the fear onto Smash. And now Canyon has to kick him back, and there's the equalizer. Ruler now has to flash away as well, as Ona is dashing forward. The extendo being so much damage onto Ruler, and he is out of the fight. The redemption helping the front line of Gen G here. But 48 seconds until Chovy's back.
I feel like Smash is just ruthless. If he senses even a slight misposition, he is the player who will hunt for it, commit his flash to make it happen. He's bringing that challenge's aggression to the LCK, and he even catches Chovy off guard. Now, Doran looking.
Yep, Canyon, he's going to have to flash away from that one. The flash taunt from Faker as Ruler is dead once again. And T1, they weren't going to wait for it. Keen is now a beautiful little snowman, but he's also heading to the death chamber. More kills piled onto Smash as T1 will march up the mid lane, and the game, ladies and gentlemen, is done.
For Doran, we saw Smash come in, who's looked fantastic, but as a team, as a unit,
Oh,
making
the
it work.
equalizer once again is doing beautiful things here, as the spiraling despair is more what Chovy is feeling and not what T1 are feeling, as they take down the Nexus and they secure first place in the group and this game against Gen G. That's going to be
so crisp.
Yeah.
There's so many fights you saw land, and able to dip away from it there. You can see here T1.
Yeah, you can see the concentration here from T1 as well, contemplating whether it's a dragon angle right now, as they're confirming no vision here for Gen G. And then Doran finds the angle. Yep. Follow up, I'm going in with my flash, says Faker. And it is so clean. As Faker on a utility champion, and I just think that it's so incredibly good for T1. As soon as Faker can make a decision and make things happen, yeah, he does 11k damage. Who cares? He started so many of the game-winning fights here for T1, and even the one that like Smash absolutely exploded in, right? Like the engage from Ona was fantastic. I mean, Faker didn't do a whole lot in that one, but when he is able to make an impact, it's...
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the LCK Cup POM interview translation, joined by Smash on the side of T1. So you're with your victory in the last group battle match. You have secured the first place spot of Group Baron. How do you feel?
순위보다는 오늘 상대가 젠지라서
No, rather than the rankings, our opponent was Gen G, so I just really thought to myself, I really want to win. That was my priority.
있어서 너무 좋고 영광입니다.
But it's such an honor, and it makes me so happy that we're also able to secure first place. And you played against the super senior veteran Ruler, so how did you feel going into this match?
많이 배웠었는데
You know, normally I actually grew up learning a lot from Ruler. And I've always thought to myself, you know, I really want to try playing against him one day. And I knew I was told that one day I will have my dream come true. And it's such a cool experience. I'm just so grateful for this experience. Game 3 against the enemy Jinx and Thresh, you played Zeri and Lulu. And from the start, Zeri took so many kills and ultimately carried the game. So did you expect this to happen? No, it wasn't really about expecting this to happen. I think my teammates, my bros actually fed me so well, and eventually the game flowed in a way where, oh wow, I started believing that this game is definitely winnable. And so it's like your entire team does have your back as you scale. Does this kind of support ever overwhelm you? Yeah, they do let me get all the kills, and they actually support me really well. I don't think it's much of a overwhelming experience. I think I do get really excited at the moment when I'm playing the game, and I just feel like I can carry the game. Any message to your supportive teammates then?
경기에서
No,
편하게
bros.
할 수 있게 도와줘서 너무 고맙고.
You guys all always help me out so that I can have a good time and I can play comfortably. So I'm just so thankful. Thank you. As we waited for the interview, you told me that your hands are shaky, but you seem so confident and you seem great. And now that you have locked in the first seed of play-ins, you'll have to prepare for a best of fives. So what will you focus on?
5는 다섯 번째 판까지 피어리스인 걸로 알아가지고
For best of fives, I know that it's going to be fearless draft until the very last game. So I think we'll just have to be prepared, and we'll have to think about all the different comps that we have to come up with. So I think we'll just have to prepare, really focus on the draft. And that's the end of the interview with Smash, and back to the space. Thank you.